What's up, guys? I hope everyone had a nice weekend. Currently, I did get into a trade based on the algo alert, but we are hitting some chop because in the pre-market session, pretty much, I entered it. I filled just because it crossed that one tick rule and then kind of just reversed on us. It happens, but got into the next alert because it came pretty much very soon afterwards, meaning we're trying to break out of that chop to the upside, and I'm trying to get in that move. And we'll see what happens right at the market open. We have about 2 minutes. See my live P&L right up here. Lost like 200 or so on this trade. Worked against me. But I think at market open, we should see a nice little. We have just been pushing down for the past couple days, right? Finally started pushing up back here. Overnight, we bounced off of 200 EMA on 5-minute charts at least. Finally making that push up. We are in the high volume area, which we have to be careful about, but I think that opening volume should give that pressure. First take profits at 33.67.75. Second take profit is at 33.70.75. The opening bell. Let's see. Get some buyers to step in today. Push through completely. NQ hit the first take profit and the second take profit. We're just waiting for ES, first take profit right now. Potentially the second one. About to hit the first take profit right now. Some buying pressure going. Let's go. Push through it. Perfect. Build the first take profit, guys. I will start trailing my second order right now. Just giving it some time. Little breathing room. Just being a little bumpy, right? On the dome, just jumping around. I don't want to get taken out at break even just like that. Got some sellers to step in, but I think buyers can remain strong today. I think I'll let the first 5-minute candle finish, and then I'll my break even. Sorry, my order to break even. I don't like the fact that it's getting weaker on the tick charts like that, and then we had that seller stepping in the morning. I like to see that momentum continuous. So let's see if this could just be a mini pullback and then continue the upside. Right now we're in between our levels. We have a pretty big range The key levels for me for a bounce or a reversal is at 33.78.95 and 33.45 and like 75 cents, right? I'm gonna give it that room just to kind of have to be patient with how to take. Let's see if buyers can pretty weak at the moment. Finally getting some pressure. And so I'll let my order be where it is for now. If I get stopped out, I'll get stopped out. Better to have a stop than just and then you try to just trade it, right? Then I'm gonna just completely plummet. But for now, there's a stop on the algo. So if it hits it, it hits it. That's why we take off one contract at the beginning, always. It took us out, guys. So right now we're down about 300 for the day because of this trade mainly. But with this and this, it would have just broken even off a little. Pretty much taking a little bit of sell off at the moment. See if we can get some buyers to step in. We have a nice continuation to the upside. Trying to do. Good morning, Mustafa. Pretty much just hit that 200 EMA. That bounce. Pretty big bounce too. think if we can get another push to the upside, I might get in, but I'll be waiting. Again, this type of candle happening in the first 5 minutes, we've seen it happen all of last week. We're gonna have to wait for that breakout as well. Breakout, pullback, then breakout again. That's what we want. That from that morning range. Right now, it hit our second take profit from this alert from this candle, but obviously it hit the stop loss, so I get in once this candle closes, but I think what I'm going to be waiting for, again, since this is part of the morning breakout strategy, we're going to be letting price break out, come back in, and then enter again once it's breaking out for the second time. But the alert on the NQ was flawless. I'll pull up the alert for the NQ. A lot of you guys like to trade that. For the NQ came around 9:10 and shot up, hit take profit level 3, and then came right back down. Second, guys. Stop fill. This one's gonna require a bigger stop, so I'll be careful. So pretty much if we can hold this move, right, this is the alert that came up. Got in right there. First target is at 33.81 for about like 9 points. And we have the second target at 33.90.50. Third target's at 33.99.50. That's going to take a while. I'm going to get out of 1 and 2. It's like morning was just chopping around. We got hit here. Got one contract out, but then obviously if I just stuck to the rule, when it hits big profit level 1, move it to break even, I would have been safe, but broke my own rule. And I was waiting because of the market open, wanted to give it some space, but yeah, when the chop comes around, it's pretty annoying, but remember, all chop after the chop's dying off should be a big pump up. My only concern is the hourly charts. We're still under the 200 EMA, still following that downtrend. But again, the past couple hours, right, since September 11th, Friday, we have been slowly pushing up. So as long as we can make this the move to completely break out again, that'd be nice. But I am going to be cautious about this. Are up around 300 right now, but I want this, like, I want to give it the room to finally hit its potential because we did just chop around and finally broke through it. So this could be the big move. We have to stay in it. We'll hit that little resistance up here, but I think we can probably break it. But I think once we hit it there, I might move it to break even, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, as you guys can see, the open PNL at the moment up 500. Good. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it do its thing. These are the days where you want to let them run. Getting that resistance level, okay. See it come back down a little bit and then push right back up. You have a high volume node pretty much piling up here, so that can act as a support, so it can come down to our break even point and then push back up. We're in the trade, so let's be careful. Let's try to ride this out. I'm slowly going to start trailing this stop up. Move my stop up to 33.65.25. I'll start to trail it slowly after every bar closes. You are going to find some sellers up here. What's happening right now? Sellers are slowly stepping in. But I think today could be the day where it's going to be a nice bull day. So, and get that push up that we're looking for. Might take some time, guys. It's not going to be a quick thing, right? A big move like this, it's not going to happen in a couple minutes. first down. So what I'm gonna do is actually take some of my profits as is. Close the position just to grab some profits because I think it's starting to reverse down in the 1 minute charts. And I'll look to re-enter again right here once it comes back down. I just didn't want this to be pump and dump, right? So just to be careful for that, I got out, but I will look back to come in again once it crosses below. And now it's pushing up. Great. Should still see some resistance here. Go for a quick point here. And it already hit. I gotta cancel that. I'd already hit him down to 2 points. I was too slow for that one. Yeah, I might have jumped the gun on this one and took the profits out too early. I just saw that 1 minute getting weaker. I thought it was going to at least come down to break even, so I wanted to catch my profits up here and re-enter where I originally entered, right over here. Damn, I really took that one out early. It just hit our take profit level 1 at 81.25 right here. You can see the alert 940. We entered here. I got a little impatient here, and that cost me. Hit take profit level 1. Even if I took both contracts out at 81, that would have been a nice move. About 9 points there. I was really hoping that it would bounce back down to 33.70.25 for break even, or a little bit under it, and then continue to move up because it was a big pump, right? And I like to see a little pullback after a big pump. So pretty much I'm just gonna have to wait to see if I can re-enter down here, if it can pull back a little bit, and then the upside. The take profits are pretty high, so I wouldn't be surprised if we can get a nice little pullback down. Go. If not, completely pump up. I ended up closing my trade early, so oh man. But if any of you guys got into this trade, please be sure that now you have another contract in. Make sure it's at break even. You don't want to get hit by the reversal. Hey Dragon, I was in a trade. I got in on this trade, but then I ended up closing out too early over here. I saw some sellers stepping in and locking some profits and then re-enter, but right now it's continuing based on the alert. But yeah, you guys would have got this alert on the Discord channel. You guys can just join down below. All the alerts pop up right there automatically. Hey guys, today it's this nice pump up. So if you got in at 33.72, didn't sell too early like me, I don't know why I freaked out. It's because I looked at the 1 minute chart. That's a trend. Whenever I look at the 1 minute charts, that's when I get screwed over. Last week too, I started looking at the 1 minute chart, messed my head up and lost some money there. But today, at the 1 minute chart, took it out right around here. If I was just paying attention to the 5 minute charts, I would have been great. Right now, it's still pumping. I'm very annoyed that I got out too early. I just waited an extra minute. I would have still been in the trade. Perfect. Take profit level 1. So taking it out for 9 points. Profit level 2. It's definitely going to end up. That would have been another 18. Friday trade was, yeah, still rubbing off, right? I'm pretty sure in the next 15 minutes it will end up hitting second take profit, and then for third take profit, we're gonna need a bit of a pullback, and then in the next hour or two, end up hitting the third as well. Super annoyed by this one. But that's okay. After some time, you just end up learning to deal with it. Don't worry about it. It happens. That's why I just like to set it and then forget it. My stop loss is there, targets are there. But once I start fiddling with it in the middle, that's when I screw myself over. But if any of you are in the trade and you guys got in that move, make sure you're trailing your stop now. You don't want to give up any of your profits. You should have probably taken out one contract over here on your second contract. I'd say place your stop one, break even, or start moving it up into profit around 33.75 or 33.77.50. The good areas for now. Yeah, Perry, the pullback would be nice right about now. It is a big pump. You need that pullback, so we'll see what happens. Morning, Connor. For your question, any other time frames you like to trade on the algo besides the 1 hour? 1 hour is one of my favorites when I'm swing trading. 5 minutes for the futures, definitely. Um, 1 day is for like the long-term investments that build up the retirement portfolio. But it depends. What are you trying to trade? Are you trading the futures or are you trying to trade stocks? Like, let me know what you're trying to trade, and then I can advise you based on that. Because me personally, it's 5 minutes, 1 hour, and 1 day. Those are my three favorites. About to hit it, guys. Take profit level 2. So if you're just trading stocks for now, definitely stick with the 1 hour. Because then you can just swing trade them and it'll be nice and smooth. For stocks, you want to be able to catch the whole move. You don't want to just catch these little tiny pivots, right? Because if you're not starting out with a lot of capital, you're only putting a little bit in, going for trading in the 5 minutes isn't really going to be worthwhile for you because you're not going to get too much. But by trading the 1 hour and swinging them, you're able to catch that whole move. That's why I always recommend the 1 hour. Very smooth, very easy to understand, and it doesn't require you to sit at your desk all the time, especially with the algo, right? If you get an alert in the 1 hour, have your entry point, you have your stop losses, and you have your take profits. You put those in on your charts or whichever broker you're using, and you're good to go. After that, you can go on with your day. If you have a 9 to 5, continue your 9 to 5 and let those things run. If you're doing something else, do whatever you need to do and let the charts do its thing. Let the stock move. Because simply, if you just traded just TQQQ, 3x leveraged ETF this year, just from January, you would have been up over 200% on your account. And that's just from just trading the 1 hour charts purely. Let me see where. Yeah, this is one of my favorites to trade with stocks, right? And ETFs. TQQQ. And this is like complete backtest results, even with the losses and break evens in all the trades from all the way from 2017, right? And you start an account with $25,000. You're just like reinvesting, following the compounding interest theory as well. Over the years, well, first of all, wins you would have had like 80%, and then by the end of, I've only tracked it up to June, but I'll add more. From 25,000 to that in 4 years, you just simply followed the rule. Your account would have grown like 17%. You have Nvidia thing. Video got like 927%. Apple, let's see, Apple from 2017, right? Again, 77% win rate. Can't win 100% of the time. 430% since 2017. And the total amount of trades since 2017 to get that, what was it? Total amount was what, 67, 82, around 87 trades, like 4 years, and that would have been your return. And this is all 1 hour charts because what I personally trade. And the important thing to understand with the algo is your risk always measured, and you always have to follow that stop loss, because think about how much you're risking. Okay, 0.57% of loss. When you're getting your returns, you're 2%, 2%. This is Apple. You obviously know it doesn't spike up crazy, but say QQQ, 11%, 11%. I think the highest we ever had, like the last 4 years of losses, was 4.5%. But you're getting with TQQ, what you're getting is nice big returns as well. So 13%, 12%. So all those people that think they need to get returns that are like pretty much, want like 30, 40, 50% a day, that's when you get really burned. When you're going for these nice smooth plays, your account builds up, your account just grows, man. Like, you just have to be patient with it. The first year is always the hardest. After that, you get in the rhythm, and you're just like, hey, place my trade, let it run, done. So with the algo, you can trail your stop losses, yes. So I did make the video for it as well, how to use it exactly, and I can send that to you again. You can just send me a DM. So pretty much all you do is, once you get to take profit level 1, move your stop loss to break even. Once you get to level 2, you can move it up to level 1, and then after that, you can just continue it as much as you want. Cut it off at take profit level 3, or if you're seeing that, hey, making a big pump, let it run, and then just take profit level 3. You'll break your stop loss, right? Your trailing stop, and you're good. But the beauty of trading the 1 hour charts is that you don't have to be sitting in front of your computer all the time. Like, I know a lot of people that use this when they're sitting at work. I have some friends that do it. It makes life a lot easier. A lot of traders think that, hey, you have to sit in front of your desk 24/7. Just so false. That's why I built this system on you. Get the alert, wait, enter, stop loss is set. That's crucial. Stop loss you always have to use a stop loss, guys. Like, I don't understand why people literally asking for you stop loss. But yeah, my trail stop, so that's with the algo, is always up to a level after it hits another level. That simple. That way your profits are always secured. You'll always be getting another trade in. I actually did build out the website for it and everything, so if you want to check out the website, the link is down below the video. And if you just wanted like a free trial for it, let me know. Set up like a 1-week free trial for you. Yeah, man, trust me. When you're just swing trading, you're like, you understand like how much easier it is to trade. Futures, I just love it just because it's so like instant and it's also fun. Like for me, futures is really fun to trade. But with stocks, that's where you just I get the alert, set my orders, I let them run. I don't care if I take a loss on it because guess what? In the bigger picture, it's always been profitable. So I have to my win rate's like 80%. Guess what? When you lose, you have to understand that's part of that 20% losses. So that's why I don't get worried about it because it's like, hey, I'm winning 80% of the time, getting all these big profits. That 20% of losses, which are always measured and really small, it doesn't matter to me. Once you get that mindset shift, nice and smooth. I'm just gonna pull this chart. Actually, no, I don't need. Yeah, I'm busy. And Connor, honestly, just send me a DM on the Discord. We can chat. I'll show you exactly how you can trade it, and I'll give you a nice list of stocks that you can continuously trade as well that you can follow if you want to. If not, it's your decision, right? I'm just here to help as many people as I can. Yeah, man, it's always nice to help others out, especially when they start seeing the results and they're happy. Like one of those things that it's priceless. Right now on the ES, we are getting a minor pullback. Might start to come up again, or we might see that reversal, but let's see what happens. But again, it hit our take profit level 2, acting as a resistance point like it does, and then see what happens. Might buffer around a little up. Why do I like trading futures? Uh, I like the fact that everything's like kind of instant. Right? With stocks and everything, you're more patient and you have to wait for a while. That's why I do the set and forget with the algo. Everything's measured out. That's why I built it out. But with futures, it's more just boom, you're in, you're out, and you make a couple hundred right there, and you're done, right? Stocks, you kind of just have to wait a little bit. But futures, I think I like the fact that everything's so instant. I think that's one of the biggest factors, and the fact that you're able to trade it around the clock. Like there'll be some days if I can't sleep, I'll just be looking at the chart sometimes, try to find a move. It's bad. I stopped doing that for after a while, but overall, it's just nice, and it gives you a nice grasp of what's happening in the market as well. You have to understand the ES and NQ. It's the futures are just S&P 500 as a whole, right, and the Nasdaq as a whole. So by understanding what's happening in the futures, you're understanding what's happening in the overall market. So when you're taking your trades and your swing trades, hey, your futures are running down. Why are you going to take an alert to the upside, right? It gives you that insight. But the main reason I like it is just because it's super fast. It kind of gives you that instant gratification. And you make good money from it as well. That's always a plus. I need to stop leaning. So with the ES right now, the perfect pullback would be one to come down to level 1 and bounce off perfectly, and then I would have a complete confidence that it's going to hit level 3 today. But if not, then probably just going to be pressing down. You have to understand the overall trend, 1 hour chart. Still down, right? Overall. 1 day. And that big tech sell off for the past couple of days. Now we're finally starting to recover a little bit. No confirmation of a recovery just yet, so that's why you got to be careful. But this could be the point where finally reverse up again. And Connor, if you never traded futures before, I highly suggest that go with like the Top Step account, because then you do this like the simulation first, then you can get funded to trade with their money instead of just putting your money in. I don't know if you're new to futures or not, so I highly recommend do the Top Step route just because you get more practice in, you get to understand how the markets are working. But after that, you can create your own account. But until then, I'd start off with stocks, master that one market, then move to the next. When you try to do too much at once, you get confused. But at least with Top Step, you're not losing much. They have their monthly fee, yes, depending on what account size you pick. But I think that's way more worth it than starting out and then losing a couple grand or however much you're investing. So I'd be careful with that. But if you are going to trade futures and you want to go your own route, start with the micros. That way, again, build that practice up before you get to the regular ES, because you can have big moves, right? And I'm not a Top Step affiliate or anything. I'm just telling you guys just because I think that it's very helpful. It builds your rules, it builds your discipline as well. I got funded from them, so and if you guys do like the live stream, and if you're new, please subscribe and hit that like button. It definitely helps me out. Still a small channel, as you guys can see. Only have about like 55 subscribers. Very new to this. Not trying to be some fancy YouTuber or anything, but I just want more that community so I can help them. Yeah, Top Step, their platform, their combination with Trade I love it. Makes trading super easy because you can just put the bracket orders in and just manage it right on the charts instead of having to manually put your orders in or anything like that. And it shows you your analytics, which I love. I even track the results for the algo for August. Since we are just slowing down in the market right now, I'll pull up the Excel sheet. We talk about that real quick. So the results for July, right? July, these are all the trades you would have taken with the algo, following the 5-minute charts only, right, for the futures. And trading 2 contracts only, your max loss would have been around 600, but your highest gain was about 3,175. And in July, you would have made a total profit of 15,105 with a 75% win. Pretty nice, right? August, it was a bit slower month, but Had a couple more trades live, but win rate was 83%, but we had some bigger losses, right? Losses that time. August was kind of just a bit choppy. You got filled in too much, and your net profit for August would have been 9,600 just trading 2 contracts. Obviously, as your account grows, you can trade contracts. That's the plan with futures, right? Not going for bigger moves or anything. Just upping your contracts, just grabbing your phone same strategy and grabbing more profit. That's a very big misconception that, oh, if I'm trading more contracts, I'm going for a big. Oh, no. This is the entry price. So you know how like the ES is currently trading at 33.86, right? You can start with any amount, but with futures it's different than stocks, right? Stocks, you're using your portfolio to trade. Futures, it works differently. This is just the entry price and the exit price. Like right now you'll see ES trading at 33.85. Now that's very common with people where they think, oh, they need to have that much to trade it. You don't need to have that much because futures are all leverage based trading with your broker. But yeah, this is just the entry price. Yeah. And then your total winners in that whole month were 11,500. Total losers were totaled up to 1,900. Obviously, 1,000 minus 1,900, 9,625. Still good. Same thing with July. Total winning 16,800. Losers 5. And you're gonna have losers when you're trading. That's part of the game. If you think you can avoid losers, I find it funny when people like enter the market and they think they can win 100% of the time. Just like it's amusing, but it's really unrealistic because I don't think it's ever been possible. Not one person has ever won 100% of the time in the market. You see those commercials where they say, "Hey, you can win like 1,000%," or like I have a win rate of like 99%. I'm just like total BS because that's just unrealistic. Yeah, Dragon, I agree with you. If you're starting out, please start with micros. I want to make sure you save your capital first, get going, and then you can increase regular ES. But until then, just start with micros if you are going to just start with your own account. If you're starting with Top Step, you can start with the regular ES contracts just because you're using their money. But I think the creation of micros, it completely changed the game for a lot of people. And one of the cool things you can do, right? So yeah, the strategy is always going to remain the same. Like it's just that your risk is reduced, profits are reduced too, but build a lot of just practice and understanding the market. So if you take a look at the MNQ, right? I'm thinking probably by the end of next month or maybe in a couple weeks, I will start another combine using the swing trading Top Step offers, or I might honestly just start a personal account. I can do that. I most likely will just like much 1 hour charts with the MNQ. Even if you're trading one contract, want to go for all three, and you're just trailing your stops, right? Let's just say, okay, 188 points on the MNQ, right? Micros, the contract point value is like $2. So 188, 2, trading one contract, you made like 376. You're trading two contracts, obviously times 2, 752. And you're swing trading this. You're holding in the 1 hour charts, but your risk is always less. And that's what you want to make sure that's always in your favor. You want to be risking less, make more. And with NQ, right? Just you know when it moves in a nice pattern. Push up, down, whichever way, right? See, like all these alerts that came. Pushed up, pushed up, pushed up. Times when there's chop, that's why we always wait for price to break above our alert price by at least a tick to avoid double top situations like this. Get a nice, you just hold it and then trail it. Start building your account up, because even if you're just trading the MNQ and you're trading the hourly charts purely, just trading MNQ with 1 or 2 contracts, you can bring in at least like 500, 700 or so per week. And you're probably going to take like 1 or 2 trades per week, or maybe 3. That's about it. So right now, the formation, nice little sell-off, not really being people taking their profits. And now buyers are stepping in again, up. And our target would be 33.99.50. Oh, that's great, man. Is there a future section in it? No, there is not a future section in it, but I can create one. That I know a lot more people start off with stocks. That's why I kept talking about stocks, but stocks or futures, strategy is the same. All your understanding is what a future is. Strategies are the same, and that's what's important, right? Like I can pull up ES, I can pull up stocks, ETFs like SPY, Apple, Facebook. Understanding how to read the charts is what in the course. That's why I taught you guys. You have simple strategies, what the skills are, and understanding your trading psychology as well as risk management. Because trading psychology and risk management probably like more important than anything else. That's what messes up people more than anything. And like you guys saw, it happened with me today. Nobody's perfect. I've had days when I catch this whole move, and there's today where I was like, oh, let me look at the 1 minute chart. I was like, I don't even know why I looked at the chart. Never liked the 1 minute. And I looked at it, and I took my trade out early, and I missed this big move. Like if I stayed in, right, because my first contract, let's say 450 for the first contract, right? And 18 for the next contract. 5, sorry. 900 plus the 450. I would have made 1350 just from futures. if I just waited, right? But I looked at the 1 minute charts. I seriously don't know why I even looked at it. And that's where sometimes you're disciplined. I guess I have to make a little sticky note. Never look at 1 minute charts and put it right in. But it all comes, man. Like sometimes we'll mess up. Everybody's human, and nobody's perfect. But as long as you're aware of understanding, hey, like I'm making these mistakes, how can I get better? Analyzing and reflecting is the biggest parts of trading. Why you always have to keep the trading journal. I made a video about the trading. You guys can download it there as well and just track your trades and make notes of it every day. Every trade you take calculates your profit for you, and yeah, it's a great way to analyze. Hey, like I messed up today. What did I do wrong? And then you start seeing a trend. Hey, I looked at the 1 minute charts every time I lost. So guess what? I'm gonna stop looking at the 1 minute charts. So analyzing what you're doing wrong is very important, as well as analyzing what you're doing right. So a lot of people like they focus on the wrongs, but then they forget to focus on the rights. So you're like, if you write notes saying, "Hey, I entered this trade simply just because I followed the algo, traded, I followed my trail stops for the algo, and I was profitable." And you saw that time and time again, same notes coming up, right? I follow the same rules. Guess what? That's what you should be following. That's what you're gonna stick with, and you're gonna execute with that. You gotta focus on both. Very important. Sometimes the answer is right in front of you, but then we don't realize. So key thing to remember here, right, is we have that pullback we were looking for. If I pull up my trade away where I drew out my support and resistance lines, again, around 33, 78, 94, 79, round it up. Around 33.79, nice support area. But it acted as a resistance here if you wanted to go for that scalp, like I was saying before. But here, since it broke through completely and held above, this can easily become a support area and then finally start to push up again. Dragon, I completely agree with you. That is so common. That's why a lot of traders struggle, because they end up having bigger losses, smaller gains. It should be the exact opposite. That's why when I built this algo out, I made sure risk to reward was something that we focused on and built out so like everything's measured. That's why when you see my algo, whenever I pull it up, right, you'll see stop loss right here. Stop loss is crucial. You should be letting it run as long as it wants to push up, and just move it, trail it, trail it, trail it. That way, you're always in profit. But even if we measure the risk to reward out, right? For the total move, the risk to reward is 2.79. Even if you just went for a second target, positive risk to reward 0.87. But super important to make sure your trade is winning. Let it continue. Take like have your profit targets set. That's why I have the take profits set. If it hits level 3, I always just get out. I don't really care. I don't care if it decides to pump up another $100. I'll be like, oh, okay. But guess what? I still made my profit. Still followed my rules. But here it's like we're just like, oh, I'm losing, so let me keep losing until it comes back up because they think it's always gonna come back up. A lot of people do that with like some penny stocks and everything. Like, oh, it's so cheap, it's okay, and then we all know penny stocks literally just pump and dumps, just scheming you out, and then you just end up losing a lot more money. That's why I say use a stop loss. It's mandatory. Like if you're not using a stop loss, I literally have no words for it. So crucial. So crucial. But yeah, there is that fear of, hey, I have some profits, I should just take it. But then people don't have that same fear when they're losing for some reason. It just boggles my head. I'm like, if you're losing, you want to get out as quick as possible. I like that fear of killing trades. I'm pretty sure you could get that to be a saying if you're just on the Reddit channels. What are the big ones? Day trading, r/day trading, r/slash Wall Street bet. You'll probably get a lot of people to catch on board with that. Yeah, right now, that little should get that nice move up again. We still have our support line at 79, right? That's right here. So the yellow line right here would be our support line. So if people wanted to based off support line, hey, here for a bounce play here and continue upside, very doable. Fortunately for me, I like Algo and for bounce plays. I think my opportunity missed it. Great. These big moves like this happen all the time. Like once or so. Right now, honestly, it's creating that flag formation, right? Pump up, slow down a little bit. This would be our flag pole. A pretty classic pattern. Has filing taxes been pretty easy for you guys regarding gains and losses? Yeah, man. Like, just take the statement that they give you at the end of the year during tax season, give it to your accountant. Everything they'll take care of. Like, that system for taxes has been built out for a while. A lot of people, for some reason, tell them, oh, start investing in everything. They're like, oh, what about the taxes and everything? Like, first focus on getting a profit, then worry about the taxes. Like, you're jumping the gun, but overall, taxes are very easy. Get the statement at the end of the year during tax season, print it out, or email to your accountant, and then pay your accountant. You're set. I think the only time it might be a bit confusing is if you're trying to do your taxes by yourself, like H&R Block or whatever. Like, I don't know. I just have my personal account takes care of it. Yeah, we are trying to create that little flag pattern right here. If we break out a flag pattern, we should see a I think by end of day it should hit 33. Take profit level 3. The way it's set up right now, as long as we break out this area, I think we're in good hands. I don't know about what time because obviously it depends on what time buyers in. We'll be able to see around 12 o'clock we do get I get a little bit of a sell off just because people like to close their position. Out of the flag yet. Again, our take profit levels also act as a support and resistance level as have foreign resistance 3379 and our take profit very close to each other. Double confirmation today be a nice support area. What I would like to see is down to 3379 and then start reversing to the upside. Finally get the buyers back in. Yeah, we're still continuing inside of that flag formation, so we're probably gonna get try to go down to 3379 and then look for that support and see if the market go up. And again, one thing you guys have to remember is with support and resistance lines, it's never just that exact price, right? They're always a little zone. Give or take a couple, right? Never think it's that exact price. I use them to go for that quick bounce play. I know that price. I analyzed it. I know it works, but majority of the time, it's always going to be fluctuating in that area. You can break through a little bit and then come down, but it's always a little zone. Harry, I know you like playing off the pullback, so I think watch out for that area around 3379. Might be a good area for you. See if it matches up with your own analysis as well, because I know you have a different trading method, but shooting out my opinion. Right now, I'm just sitting and chilling. See if I can get filled on some stock plays as well as futures. I'm just watching. Um, Trying to see if we can flag pattern right here. Our support, bounce, or if we can just break out of the flag and continue that move to the upside. Look at I mean, if you just missed it by a couple cents, right, for ARC, you can always just get in as still in that entry point range. I personally just made the rule of, hey, enter at, make sure it's like 5 cents above. That way, you avoid those double tops and everything. You can continue. Right now, it's trading at 80.53 currently. Still enter at 88, like 66 or 67. Wait till it comes back up. Yeah, the current price for ARC is 88.53, so it's not above by 30 cents at all. So under that entry price right now currently. But yeah, you can trail it by, I wouldn't trail a stock by 30 cents. I'd follow the stop loss formula from the algo and trail it that way, and then you can just put up in hour charts for the previous low of every candle in the Higinashi charts. What platform are you? You're using TradingView, right? Oh man, don't be afraid to ask questions. You can ask as many questions as you want. Always good to ask questions. I'm just trying to figure out why your quotes are different. If you're part of the Discord, can you just send me a screenshot of your charts or your dome? Let me see what's happening. I want to make sure that you have the right charts and everything. I want to make sure you don't have delayed data or that as well. The trading view, you can just take a screenshot of your whole chart at the top right here, snapshot, or you can just click Alt S on your browser. We're still in that flag formation. break out of the flag formation right here. Like I said, our take profit levels also act as support. So you can see price came right down and then started pumping up again. Hit it. The tick. 33.8125. You can see the wick right here. Price started to reverse a couple points. Let to see. And break out of flag pattern, and I think it should do. Might take some time. Finally breaking through that flag, and we should see that pump up. And push, like I was saying. Right now, I'm kind of just watching this for just analysis purposes, seeing how the market's reacting, but not going to be getting into a trade for futures for today. We had my trade from earlier in the morning, the two trades, and this one I took out too early. Get in on too many trades with futures. Try to keep it to three max a day, right? Normally it's just like 1 or 2 trades and I'm done. Futures, wait for the alert and for the bounce place right here. I missed out on this one at our support line because I just want to go for a quick 2 points, but you know, too late for that entry. Already happened, so I didn't again if it already happened. But yeah, so this broke like it's breaking out of flag and pushing up. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. But yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, just hit me up in the Discord channel, DM me, or just just drop a question in a random chat, and I'll always respond. A little late, but I always respond by end of day. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off the stream soon, but I hope you guys, if you're trading for the rest of the day, bring some profits in. Always wish you guys the best, and I'll be back tomorrow. Peace out, guys.